علي دجالة. النهارده فرح يا جدعان، النهارده فرح يا جدعان.
Spray. Relief. You two take care of labor.
Only intended for plain cats.
You don't want to die of cold. Toll free.
Oh, this is honestly, I'm gonna get a little bit more down. All right, you want some of this? This is pretty big.
Oh shit, that is pretty big.
Yeah, no, it's pretty big.
Look at that,
It's pretty big.
dude. That's big and kind of.
That's pretty big.
Yeah. That's big.
Ah.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
Well,
Podcast in bed. Granddaddy's in bed.
yeah. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
It is 4 a.m. here on a Saturday morning. What a
And
good night.
We're in bed.
We're in bed right now.
We are in bed.
We had a good night. Slept outside for about. I slept out there for about 2 hours.
Yeah, dude. How long did you last? I don't know what time I came in. I still haven't seen my phone. I just know I woke up and you weren't there anymore. So I'm like, fuck. I'll go back inside too.
I think I was inside for probably a half hour before you came in.
Okay.
Because I wasn't asleep yet when I heard you come in. I came in at 3:20.
So we made it a few hours then out there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It was good. My legs were cold as shit.
Yeah, I was okay. I was just overall kind of cold,
Yeah.
but it was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't very comfortable, I would say.
No, it was not comfortable. The concrete was not comfortable at all.
Yeah.
I think the only way to deal with that cold of temperature is to sleep with both the sleeping bags. Like, I would take my orange one and put it inside the blue one that you slept in, and then just double up on them.
That would be fine. I think
I
you'd be
think that-
golden. You'd be warm.
Yeah, I think you'd almost be hot.
Yeah, you would. That would be toasty.
Yeah.
Wow. Because the blue one that I use is I think that thing is pretty damn good.
That thing kicks ass.
Yeah.
I bought the orange one more recently thinking that it was going to be a warmer upgrade, and it is not. That blue one is overall just for, like, ease of use, for kind of how comfortable it is to get into.
Mm-hmm.
That blue one is a great sleeping bag.
Yeah, dude. I love that thing.
I love that thing, too. Old Bluey is what we used to call it.
Oh, blue.
That's what my whole family would say. They'd say, "Oh, Joe, you got Old Bluey with you?" And
Yeah.
I'd say, "Yeah, it's somewhere like in the
It's
closet."
the family
or-
dog. It's the family sleeping bag.
It's a lot, yeah.
Beloved sleeping bag.
It's a beloved.
Family
I mean,
heirloom.
we all would sleep in it one night a week, and that's kind of how we kept it, like, kind of worn in.
Yeah, it's like the traveling sleeping bag. You
Mm-hmm.
It's like, little Johnny, you get the sleeping bag today.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly it. And
Yeah.
sleeping bags are really hard to clean, so it kind of locks in all those flavors.
It's like a cast iron pan, dude.
Exactly.
It gets seasoned, yeah. 'Cause
Exactly.
For everyone who jacks off in it that night.
That's such a good way to look at it. Like, that sleeping bag, I've never washed it in the last 11 years. It is super well seasoned.
Yeah, dude, that's what you want.
It
Yeah.
smells like Cool Ranch Doritos in there, just naturally.
Does it have any smell? That sleeping bag?
I'm sure it does, but I didn't notice anything. We were
Yeah.
outside.
I used to work with a guy named Chris in the group home, and he never showered. Like, he was always he's just reeked of BO.
Mhm.
And he would do it intentionally. Like, he would intentionally not wear deodorant.
Okay.
And at one point during our shift one day, he was like smelling his own armpits, and he looked at me and went, "Pizza." And I was like, ugh. Ugh.
Yeah. So,
And then he would constantly
It's
go
so
like, and then he would
unhinged.
constantly like be upset about why he's single and like how he wants to kill himself.
yeah.
I'd be like, maybe you should, Chris. Maybe you should.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try it out.
Life isn't for everybody. So, Chris, that you worked with, did you work with him, like in tandem with him, or did you kind of work
I worked with him regularly.
with him?
Yeah.
Like, you
What do you mean?
kind of like washed him and.
No. Chris
Kinda
was
molded him
This was a coworker that just
into
smelled
the
really
guy
bad.
you wanted
Okay.
him to be.
Yeah, right. You.
If it was a disabled adult,
You
I would
worked-
give him a pass. I'd be like,
you
yeah,
worked
they
on him.
forgot to put on deodorant.
Right.
But this is a grown ass man.
Is a disabled adult not a grown ass man?
No, I just mean like this. It's a grown ass man. Like it's a grown ass man with like a train of thought. Like I can put on deodorant. I don't have dementia. And every time I look in the mirror, I forget who I am, and I go into a screaming panic attack.
Yeah. Yeah. So not that.
Not that.
Not that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
So he's a grown ass man with
Do
like.
you remember
with
Zach?
Like, with
Do you remember Zach? The guy we went to college with that was like 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he
was
26?
24. He was 24.
I think he was 26, right?
I thought he was like 29 years old.
No, I think he was just 24.
He's like 24.
I'm sure he was 26.
Okay, that adds up.
I'm sure he's 24.
26. Well, okay, either way, he was older than everybody there.
Yep.
Yeah.
This guy is a grown ass man, does not wear deodorant. He smelled constantly. You guys remember that?
Zach?
He kind of smelled like piss. Like sweaty piss.
You know, I really don't remember him that well.
I just remember his smell.
Yeah. Was he there the first year or the second year?
It was just freshman year. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
freshman
I didn't
year.
go back second year, so.
Yeah, he was a weird guy.
He was the guy that was from, is it something city?
You're
Granite-
exactly right.
Granite City.
Granite City, is it? Is that right?
I don't know.
It could be Grand Rapids City.
Is it Grand Rapids City?
Yeah, but it also could have been.
He's
It
from
wasn't Grand
No,
Forks.
he was from Liberty City.
Liberty
Oh,
City?
yeah, that's right.
GTA Liberty
That's
City
right.
stories.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why he's so weird, dude.
That was a weird
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, he was a character.
He's been through it. He's a grown ass character.
Yeah.
I just remember I felt bad for him because his mom was dying of cancer.
I think she died of cancer.
She did die.
Right.
We went to her benefit and she still died.
And then Trey ate nuts, and then we raced.
Trey
to the
was
hospital,
poisoned. Yep.
And then we came back, and then we at least I kind of chewed out a lady at the funeral. Which is
She gave the money
You chewed
back.
out. Wait. You chewed out or you chewed
Well,
out?
Trey did ask
Chewed
them
out.
multiple
Okay.
times if there was nuts in whatever he was buying. He's like, I have a nut allergy.
and she said no,
She did say no.
and there was nuts in it.
Yeah, and there was fucking just minced nuts in there, and he ate that shit. And we immediately took him to the hospital.
Damn.
I don't remember what happened after
Where was
that.
I? Why wasn't I there?
Did we just leave him at the hospital?
It was Valley City. Because I remember after we left the hospital, after Trey was okay, we rolled down the windows and Trey stuck his head out. He was like, "Fuck Valley!"
Yeah, yeah. Did we leave him at the hospital?
No, we
After
went.
that-
We went in the hospital. We went through we saw the fucking physician with him.
I don't remember that.
We were at least in the waiting room. I remember that part.
Okay, yeah. I only remember just racing to the hospital, and then it's just white noise up until I'm age 24.
I just remember the physician came out and talked to us and said that he was going to be fine. That he was given a
EpiPen.
EpiPen. Yep.
Was he breaking out? Was he symptomatic?
His throat was closing up.
Yeah, he was saying that his throat was itchy, and
Yeah.
then he's like, "I think there's nuts in there," and he didn't freak out at all.
No.
He was very calm, and I'm like, "Well, we need to go to the hospital," and he's like, "Yeah, I think we should."
Yeah.
I think we could have talked him out of going to the hospital. We could have. He was very. I'm like, we need to go to the hospital, and he's like, "Yeah, we probably should." I think we could have been like, "I think he'll just pass. I think we'll be fine."
Dude, ride it out.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
Poor
Just
Trey.
sleep it off, man. Rub some dirt on it.
Rub some dirt on it, walk it off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he didn't do that though.
But I just think that's funny.
He did not just rub some dirt.
He
and shake it off?
paid for
No.
those. He paid for those brownies and hopes that this money is going to go towards her benefit.
Yeah.
And then we go back there and you bitch the lady out and shit, and she's just giving the money back to him.
Yeah. Well, I remember her being extremely rude about it and me not starting it rude. I remember being like,
she immediately got defensive.
yeah, I'm like, this was a huge problem because there was nuts in it and he's allergic to nuts. So
And if somebody else has that same problem,
we got to know,
this could be an epidemic of
Yeah.
yeah.
people dropping flies over this brownie stand.
I mean, he could have died at that funeral,
That was insane.
which is really stealing the thunder.
How was she not apologetic?
Can you imagine?
She wasn't apologetic at
No,
all,
dude.
dude.
Fuck?
She was not apologetic in the least. And that's when I got a little like, that's when I
Yeah.
got upset at her.
It was some Emmett Till shit. She was just like, I just wanted to kill that little black boy.
It was weird.
Yeah, it was. Good times.
Yeah, I mean,
But also, fuck Valley City
yeah. Fuck Valley
for that
City.
reason.
For that reason, I'm out.
Oh, Ryan. You're really reaching too far here. Are we still on?
Yeah, we're still recording.
Yeah, we're live. We're
Alright, good.
back.
It's just like standing upright now. It's fine.
Good. All right. There we go. That's much better.
Oh, no, that's not happening.
Wasn't this thing broken for a while?
No, the charging port broke.
Oh, that's right.
I had to get
Does
a new one.
It works again?
Yeah, it works again. Yep.
Did you buy a new pod card or?
I just had to buy like a new C charging cord.
Oh, sure.
It was a very easy fix.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's been on your guys' minds? What are you thinking about with all this, all this turmoil we are
God
facing?
damn it, Ryan. I swear to God, if you stretch one more time, bro.
Ryan, don't
Where's your coffee?
ever do that.
Where's your coffee?
Dude, I put the mic down so I could
We'll
stretch.
put it in close vicinity to you.
No, it's your
We'll
headphones.
make sure everything's
It's not the
okay.
mic, it's your headphones. Yes. No room.
It could be the mic. It doesn't matter.
Not enough room.
There's headphones.
Yeah.
I like how this is the fattest. You guys are doing like like the grandparents with Charlie the Chocolate Factory. You're like, not enough room.
That's all I wanted.
Cabbage soup again? It's ridiculous.
It's very spot on.
Maybe if the floor wasn't so cold.
And then suddenly you find out I have tickets to the Super Bowl, and you're like, let's get out of bed.
Oh, I'm up.
We're all going. We're all going.
Are you going to the Super Bowl
No.
this next Sunday?
You're not going this year?
No, that was just hypothetical.
That was a
How,
hypothetical.
do you know how stupid expensive it is to go to the Super Bowl? It's insane.
How much is it?
It would kind of suck.
How much is a ticket?
Thousands of dollars, which I would
For-
never pay for anything.
For one ticket?
Tens of thousands of dollars, yeah.
I wouldn't go.
Yeah, I mean,
I would go if it was like if I was a big fan and like my favorite team was playing, but I have neither of those
Dude,
things.
you wouldn't even want to be if your favorite team was playing, you'd want to be at a bar or outside some gathering where all the other fans are.
Yeah.
Fans of the teams don't go to the Super Bowl. It's just a bunch of business dudes and celebrities.
Yeah, it's a big money grab too.
yeah, that's kind of a good point.
Yeah.
Um,
You're not going to be with your team's fans if you go to the game.
I think you're right. There's something to that. Like any
Yeah.
real fan's going to be at the bar with their other fans.
Yep.
Just getting smashed.
Yep.
yeah,
Singing "Sweet Caroline."
yeah, exactly. Yeah, this year it's the Ravens versus the
No,
49ers.
Ravens are out.
It's-
49ers are out.
It's the Dolphins versus the
Nope.
Steelers.
Just think last year.
Oh yeah, it's the Giants versus the what's that purple?
This is the one thing you don't give a fuck about at all.
It's just I forget their names, but it's the Giants versus the
It's the Chiefs and the Eagles this year.
Chiefs and the Eagles.
Yep, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Again.
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this is the
Super Bowl-
second time.
Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yep.
It was the same
This is the
one.
third time the Chiefs have made it too.
In a row.
Yep.
Wow.
And they'll probably win again.
Yeah. Is that the
probably.
one where that quarterback is a player on it?
Yeah, there's a quarterback
Patrick
on the
Mahomes
Chiefs. Yep.
and
Yeah,
then
Patrick Mahomes.
Travis Kelce, who's dating Taylor Swift. That's the big thing right now.
Yeah, what a famous team. What a well-known team, man. That's
Well, when
that's
you
crazy.
win 2 Super Bowls in a row and 3 in the span of 5 years.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just
then
like
you're
that
pretty
clip
well
of
known.
when they played in Las Vegas and Travis Kelce grabs the mic and he's like, "Viva Las Vegas!"
It's a really good
You guys
impression.
remember that?
That was really good.
I didn't see it, but I believe that he would do that. I think to be in the public eye and date Taylor Swift is a wild decision to make.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, because all of her great songs are about like breaking up
Yeah.
with guys. I mean, she's a ticking time bomb. That's the only way that you can look at that woman, a ticking time bomb. She's an artist of pain.
This seems like this is like the longest thing she's had going, though, no?
It's been pretty. Yeah, it's longer than I thought it would last.
It's not like they're going to get married and have kids.
And
That's
they're-
just not.
Yeah.
That's not gonna happen?
No, she's the status of like goddess level to women who want to be in relationships.
Yeah, she's like a
so she
sexy
can't then
giraffe.
be in a relationship. She has to present herself as like all of her fans need her to be. So like this thing isn't going to work out because it can't work out.
Yeah.
Because like at the end of the day, she's Taylor Swift who's single and gets her heart broken
And then puts out an album.
and then puts out an album that
Yeah.
makes $4 billion.
Yeah, Taylor Swift married with kids wouldn't.
No, it
That's
doesn't
not.
work.
That albums don't work.
No,
yeah.
she's not Adele. And it's like tough too because would you trade a 6-month relationship for like I don't know something around $100 million?
Yeah.
Tempting,
Yeah.
especially if it's with a guy.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's even more tempting that way.
I mean, isn't there just more in it for him at this point? She's a billionaire.
I don't know if there's ever that much in it for him because he fucking will get his name dragged through the dirt.
Did anyone
by-
know? I mean, here's a good point. Did anyone really know? Like, aside from you being an NFL fan, if you are, did anyone know of Travis Kelce that much?
That's a
Okay, well,
great
first
point.
off, it's Travis Kelce.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
that's
Because I
a
don't. Because I
proven
don't give a
point.
fuck enough to learn
Yeah.
his last name.
Ryan, exactly, it's Kelsey.
What?
Obviously, it's Kelsey. He was saying Kels.
Yeah.
And he obviously knows it's Kelsey.
No, he doesn't.
No, I don't. No.
I know Adam well enough to know that he
It's like me
wasn't
saying Patreon.
doing a bit.
Honestly, you could have said Kels the whole time, and I would have no idea.
We all know who I'm talking about, though, when I say it. So,
That's exactly it.
I mean, what's the point?
I let it slide like 3 times.
Yeah.
Because isn't it spelled Kelc?
Because you're like a grammar
Yes.
Nazi.
Me?
Yeah.
You're one of those things.
One time
Oh,
I was
okay.
like,
Adam.
hey Ryan, I'm like, I should borrow you this book. You're like, lend it to me. And that's when I
Yeah.
immediately put the book away. I was like, this fucking asshole.
This motherfucker doesn't need any more books.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, this guy's too well spoken.
That's funny. That's funny. Are you?
Okay,
I
Adam.
put away my band Tom Sawyer book. I'm like, absolutely not.
Grammar Nazi, all that really is just saying that I like grammar and I like Hitler. That's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
you're
yeah.
That's really
saying.
all it is.
Yeah,
that
that's really
is.
all it is.
yeah,
Yeah. It's not a big deal.
that's not crazy.
My heart goes out to you.
Yeah. Are you like? I guess Ryan. I never really knew this about you. Are you kind of like a stickler for grammar?
I'm not a stickler. I'd pick up on it, and I know a lot about it. It was just drilled into us as kids because my mom was a speech pathologist,
Oh yeah.
and so she would correct us constantly, and correct others around us, just to us, like making sure that we knew what the correct rules are.
Yeah.
And so I notice it, and I don't know. I correct it with people that I don't know. I'll correct it when I want to. The borrow thing, it bugs me a lot.
Wait, so what?
I'm
Like,
gonna keep saying it.
So
then.
you don't borrow something to someone else. You borrow something from somebody else.
Yeah.
You lend something to someone else. Yeah.
But you correcting me though is just gonna make me want to say it the wrong way.
And then,
yeah,
all right.
yeah, that is
Tenfold.
kind of how it works. Are you a good
Yeah,
speller?
you fuckers. Yeah, I'm a pretty good speller.
Like a really good speller?
Above average speller.
Really?
Above average. I don't know.
Do you have your phone on you, Adam?
Like, could you go up against like a little Indian kid in a spelling bee?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Those guys, I crush those guys. I eat those guys for
Just
breakfast.
toe for toe.
Spelling, man.
I think I'm a not good speller, but I don't really know.
I could just see Ryan like taking on all these little kids in a spelling bee, and then just being like, "Fuck you." It's like that Jason Bateman movie.
You're
You guys ever
29
seen
and
that?
There's 7.
Jason Bateman finds a loophole and he realizes he can enter the spelling bee as an adult, and he's just like going up against all these little kids. He's like, "Fuck you, Ron G, you little bitch." It's crazy shit.
It's funny that that's called the loophole.
He's like, dude, you can't even
Probably
spell
just
onomatopoeia,
entered
and I fucked your mom. It's crazy shit. It's a good movie.
Yeah. Ryan, can I have a Zin? And then your pocket.
No. Yeah.
A Zin is like
yes.
is equivalent to a coffee in the morning. I hear
A Zin and a coffee.
Coffee
No.
and Zins.
It will make you poop, but it's a delicious
they
mixture.
both make you poop.
Yep. Oh, this is open.
Cup of Joe will make you poop.
There you go. There you
we
go.
There it is.
Nice and easy.
There we go. You want one? You can have one if you want.
Can I have one?
Yeah.
Can I have one of my Zins?
Yeah. It's the last one, but yeah, you can have it.
Oh, shit. I'll save this one for a little bit.
Okay, so, I would say, how do you spell rhinoceros? But the thing is, if you spell it right or wrong, I won't know. So I can't really do that one.
No.
No. What if Ryan's like a really good
You
speller?
can try to spell
What
it,
if
and
Ryan's
then
like
when
a
I edit
savant?
this, I can just put the correct spelling down.
Oh, you could just
We could
kind
do
of-
it that way.
You could just like do a recording over the voice.
Spell rhinoceros.
RHINOC. No, it's not a C. It's an SAURUS. Rhinoceros.
That sounds right to me.
Rhinoceros.
Sounds right to me. See, I
Do you
wouldn't
think
know.
it is like rhinoceros?
Rhinoceros.
No, I think it's RHINO
SAURUS.
CEROS.
OUS.
I think that's what it is. I don't think it's rhinoceros. What do you think it is, Adam?
Rhinoceros?
The C does the C. I went with the C right away because that's what it feels. It feels right.
It just feels right because it's the right spelling.
Yeah, RHINOCER, rhinocer, CERUS.
Rhinoceros.
Rhinoceros.
That's too much of like
Us.
it doesn't stick
like
the
it's
landing.
way too communistic.
Yeah.
Rhinoceros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
Rhinos
there's-
are us.
Oh. Yeah.
Shit, bro.
Yeah, I feel like that's a hard word to spell.
You're onto something there, man.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing about spelling is that it became like kind of uniform when the printing press came out, and that's why so many things are spelt so fucking weird. You know?
Because of the printing press.
Yeah, because they had to try to like make a uniform spelling of things, and they kind of did it haphazardly. That's why, like, I think it's French has a bunch of like silent letters in it.
French does.
Yeah, something to do with the printing press. I just read this online somewhere, and I only remember like half the fact.
Is that because if they actually hit a button on the keyboard,
Oh, they have to keep it.
they have to keep it so that
Yeah.
like, that's that's just a silent letter.
Exactly. Yeah, they didn't have whiteout back then.
I just think the French are like sneaky people, and they're like, it's less silent, like the way I rap.
Oh.
Yeah, like the G in lasagna. Yeah. Trying to think. What? Anything good?
Ryan, does your
recently?
mom listen to this podcast?
Yeah, dude, she's one of the ones that reached out.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
No, I'm kidding.
That's
Hey, when are you gonna drop some new shit, Ryan? I've been fiending for a new one. No problem, Mom. I'll have one cooked up for you soon. Here.
We're cooking. She specifically asked for the podcast in bed, so
Yeah.
it's a mom thing, you know.
She's like, how's the pod going? You're like, it's good. Adam didn't say pedophile this week.
Yeah. Not even once. Not even one time.
He's been good.
Yeah. No, it's actually a huge improvement.
It's become an age topic at this point, you know. We all know what they're into. It's
Bro,
nothing
that is a
complicated.
fantastic
It's very
fun.
straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what's been up? I'm trying to think of anything. What's been going on with, life and and all that?
It's cold. It's dark. Yep.
Yeah.
The Midwest really sucks ass.
Dude, during this time of year, it sucks.
It does
It
suck.
is
It does suck
hard
my
to
ass.
go out.
Yeah.
It's dark and gloomy
Yeah,
out.
dude, it's going to hibernation.
It's like
mode.
Jack the Ripper weather.
You get
It
out,
really
you
is.
get out of
Gloomy
work
as
and
fuck.
it's like it's nighttime. It's the day's over.
I go to work and I see the stars. I leave at like 6:20, and I get back and it's dark. It's
Yeah.
just dark all the time. Oh, and there's no windows where I work.
Dude, so
So,
you're not
like-
seeing any sunlight.
Is there windows where you work, Ryan?
There are if I go to the conference room.
Yeah, that's what I have to walk to them
Yeah,
too.
walk
like
to
where
'em.
I sit, where my office is, no windows.
Yeah, same.
You just get like blinded, and sent to a shack where there's no light.
That would be a
They
blessing.
put a bag over his head.
That would be a blessing compared to where the light I have.
Joe's like, I'm making $35 an hour doing that. That's pretty good money.
Would you?
I would do that for $35 an hour, honestly.
Yeah, right. So you'd get bound and thrown into a shack for 8 hours a day for $35 an hour.
Yeah, dude. As long as I get breaks and I get health insurance covered, that sounds amazing.
You get one 15-minute break,
I can do it.
and then it's back to work.
Yeah, but then like, what's the work? I just lay there in a fucking sleeping bag.
You're bound
Yeah,
in a shack,
yeah.
but that's it. And then at the end of the day, so when do you want your hours to be?
Dude, that'd be like really funny if like he comes in there, he's like, "All right, break time," and like the lights turn on, and it's like a really nice room.
Yeah. How? Okay,
I take my lunch break, I take my shit, and then they're like, "All right, back to being binded."
Yep, and then they bind you and throw you back into the
Yep,
shack.
yep.
So what would you want your hours to be?
Oh, I mean, 8-hour days sound fine.
8-hour days. I would like to start at 7. I would like to kind of early morning get there, get bound, thrown into a shack.
Get
'Cause
into your gimp suit.
I could be out by 3 every day. For $35 an hour, I think I would also do that job.
Yeah, it's good money in hindsight.
You'd probably get really good at meditating
Yeah.
because that's all you have, right? Your own mind.
Basically, I would sneak some AirPods in.
Would you? So for
I'm like really thinking about it. I'm like, no, I'd sneak some AirPods in. Turn on a good show.
okay, so for $40 an hour, would you teach swimming lessons to like kids, to 20 kids for $40 an hour?
To 20 kids with no arms.
Based on your knowledge of swimming, would
Yes,
you
dude.
teach swimming lessons?
I have taught swimming lessons before. That was my first job. Was teaching swimming lessons.
to 20 kids who can't swim, and they're all in the pool at the same time.
Not 20 at a time. I never did that, but
This is 20,
yeah, fuck yeah.
and they can't swim at all.
I mean, we start in the shallow.
Keep them on the wall. Go one by one
Yep.
down the line.
You build a wall.
2 by 2.
2 by 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would just
Practice their front floats and back floats.
What if they were all really bad kids?
Like shitty,
Like
annoying
really,
kids.
really disruptive bad kids.
Yeah, like you're going to like an urban
Are
high
they
school.
violent?
They're violent. They're very violent towards you.
And the whole time
They're
you're
very violent, like
you're getting
4-year-olds?
frustrated, dude. You're like, how do I reach these?
They're
kids?
4-year-olds, and they're violent, and they're really good at planning things.
Yep.
Okay.
That's like, they really stand out for planning. Would you do it for $40
Little
an hour?
warlords.
And these are badass kids, dude. They're like sneaking shanks into class. They're calling you Mr. Whitey.
Are they working out regularly?
They're
Dude,
fit.
they're curling the
They're
whole
fit.
time during class.
They ripped?
You don't know why they're so strong, but you do sometimes see them out of the corner of your eye doing calisthenics.
They all look like Terry Crews. They're all held back.
Guys, I could take these fuckers. They can't swim and we're in water.
How many 4-year-olds could you take down in a pool? I bet I
All
could
of them,
fight
dude.
like 50.
I could fight a whole pool full.
Would you just go by just holding them
Yes,
under
hold
one
them
at a time?
down.
Yeah.
Stand on them.
Yeah. How many do you guys ever think what it'd be
Oh my
like?
God, Ryan.
Do you guys have like a contingency
You
plan?
became a cop. You're like, stand on them. For about 8 to 9 minutes.
How would you fight a guy in the ocean? Do you guys have a contingency plan of how you'd fight a guy in the ocean?
Kick them.
You'd kick him?
Yeah.
A kick is a nice move.
Who are you fighting in the ocean? Just any
So
guy?
you're
the guy,
swimming
just-
in the ocean,
yeah.
and
I gotta know his build.
well, he is fit, but
So he's Poseidon.
but he's blind.
Oh.
He's very fit and blind.
I feel like I immediately have an advantage over him.
Yeah, it's kind of like Marco Polo.
Dude, that's super racist.
Just swim far away enough to where he just can't hear shit.
Oh, and okay, just kind of wait it out.
Hopefully,
Just
I
kind
don't
of
know.
tread water somewhere else.
I mean, in a sense, that'd be creepy. I have like a blind guy that's like following me. Like,
Yeah.
Just based on his senses.
Would you rather fight a guy in the ocean or a dog in the ocean?
What kind of dog?
A guy.
What kind of dog?
I can fight a chihuahua in the ocean.
No, this is a Bernese mountain dog.
A Bernese Mountain Dog.
Yeah.
Is
they
that a big
swim?
dog?
It's
I
a
don't-
big dog.
I don't know what a Bernese Mountain Dog is.
It's like a
I think the
120 pound dog.
biggest dog, right?
Like a German Shepherd type.
Yeah.
Looking
Would you
motherfucker.
rather fight a German Shepherd or a guy in the ocean?
Oh fuck.
A guy.
German Shepherd will probably fucking kill me. In the ocean.
I'd rather fight a German Shepherd.
like a police train.
Yeah, you know what I would do? I would fight the German Shepherd because I would let it bite my arm, and then I would hold it and swim underwater, and I think I could outlast it. I think I can hold my breath longer than a German Shepherd.
Shit.
I wouldn't fight a guy in the ocean.
No.
I'm kind of a land guy.
I just think of that movie Sifu,
Yeah.
where all these Nazis are going after this guy. This he's basically a badass assassin. It's like it's made by the guys who made the movie John Wick. If you ever fucking catch it, it's a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
But they're sending Nazis into the water because he's down there holding his fucking breath. This guy's a badass. They're sending down Nazis one by one, and as they're coming up, as they're going into the water, you just see a pool of blood coming up. He's slitting their throats and then stealing the oxygen from their throats.
Wow.
It's fucking gnarly, dude. And he keeps
Wow.
doing that to like stay under there
Wow.
until he finally like swims out to the other side and gets out.
What? This is on PBS?
This is on. Where have I seen Sifu? I saw it in theaters, but then it was on Peacock for a while. It might still be on there.
Yeah, this is called Seabiscuit?
Sifu.
Oh, Sifu?
Yeah, it's like a Polish guy.
Yeah.
A Polish Jewish guy.
That would make sense.
Who has like he has a fuck.
Sifukowski.
He literally on his property, he's like digging and he finds a shitload of gold. And he's literally just trying to get it to the bank across the fucking map. Like Nazis have taken over Poland. Like he has to go through just like hell just to get to the bank on the other side of the map. So they know he has gold because they fucking search him at one point and they're just after him the whole movie. But what they don't know is that this guy killed like 50, like he scalped like 50 Nazis back in the day.
That's a lot.
Yeah, he's a badass motherfucker.
Yeah,
That's an above average amount of Nazis.
yeah.
Wow.
I've
No.
never done that.
Could have made a blanket.
Oh, could have. That would be warm.
You could have made a little hut out of them.
my quilt.
A little
It shows you.
little cabin made out of Nazis. Right? That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Just use them like logs.
How many cigarettes could you smoke back to back for? Okay, let's say $10 a cig. How many could you smoke back to back?
$10 a cig?
Let's say $100 a cig.
I could probably get to like 3 before throwing up.
Let's say $1,000 a cig.
Because I just haven't smoked in that long.
Let's say, right, $1,000 a
If it
cig.
was $1,000 a cig, I could probably get through the pack.
Okay, okay, now we're talking.
You know what I mean?
You could get through the pack.
Probably not, no.
You can't
No,
throw up.
that'd be- okay.
No, that'd be too
no.
much. You would get wouldn't you get like nicotine poisoning? Is
Yep.
that a thing?
Yeah, definitely.
Probably 5. Probably 6.
I could do 10, I think. For 1,000, I mean, that's $10,000. I could probably do 20.
I think I would still cut off at like 5.
I think I could do 20.
But
For
then,
I mean, that's $20,000.
but then I get through 5 and I'd be like, it's getting smooth.
Yeah, right? Right? Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be tough once you start getting nauseous. I think it'd be tough to keep putting them down.
I feel like for $1,000 they wouldn't make you smoke them. They would just make you eat them.
I wouldn't.
$100 to smoke them, $1,000 to eat
Yeah,
them.
who's they? Isn't it Joe? They?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Joe's the.
Are you the perpetrator that's
He's
going to
the
use $1,000
arbitrator.
per cigarette?
I'll give you $1,000 a cigarette. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
As long as it's your money, I'll do it.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's actually a pretty good deal that I would take
Good.
for that kind of money.
It's like that guy that made that guy drink, was it Epicac?
Epicac, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's like, $500 more to
I
lick
think
it
about
up.
that way more often than I should.
Yeah.
it was gross. It was gross and kind of sad.
Scarred you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, that was tough, dude. That was tough. Smoking is one of those things that there's guys that smoke their whole life and they're completely fine. They live until they're 80 and they're fine. You know?
Well, people always say, like, my grandpa lived to 100 and he fucking ate cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then some people just get lung cancer and have never smoked before.
Yeah.
Like, I think you have to be predisposed to get lung cancer and then smoke to get lung cancer. Like, I think if you're not predisposed at all to get lung cancer, smoking all the cigs in the world isn't going to give you lung cancer.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I think
It's
you
always
have
the
to
guy
do
that's
it
like,
separate.
I started smoking at age 12, still smoke today.
Yeah.
You're like, that's insane.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, Lucky Strikes,
Yeah.
the family cigarettes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
got to poop.
Trying to think what else is going on, man.
What's going on in the world, mama?
Yeah. I know Trump signed a bunch of executive orders, and he signed so many that it feels like he signed like 50. And
Dude, that was a spectacle. He was like signing it, and then at one point he took the Sharpie and he was throwing the Sharpies out into the crowd, and everybody was like fucking catching them.
really,
They're catching them and sniffing them.
sniffing them.
Dude, yeah, he had a whole fucking. He was doing this in front of a crowd.
So he was signing executive orders with a Sharpie?
Mm-hmm.
Like a big Sharpie or like a small Sharpie?
I don't know,
Probably a small Sharpie.
but he was just like throwing it out like it was merch.
I mean, it is merch.
It's true. He touched it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a Sharpie Trump signed an executive order with.
I just think it's like it's interesting that it's an interesting way to get shit done.
Yeah.
He's like, I need a show.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know.
He's got like Marshmallow there DJing as he's signing executive orders.
I don't even know what they are, but I know people are mad about eggs.
Eggs,
People are mad about eggs.
like the price of eggs.
People are mad about the price of eggs. People out there.
They
And
are
I don't even know
expensive.
if they're real, but I know people on Reddit are mad about eggs. I don't even know if these are real people. But I see posts about eggs being far too expensive.
They were ridiculously cheap for the longest time. You can get a carton of eggs for like 65 cents.
Right now?
Like a dozen eggs for 65 cents.
Back in the 80s?
Back when we were in college.
For 65 cents, you
This
could
wasn't
get
that long ago. They raised the price of eggs around COVID times.
You could get
Everything
a
started
carton of
going up.
eggs for 65 cents?
Now you look at eggs are like $3, $4, which is still not that expensive in hindsight at all.
Have you ever gone grocery shopping?
Yeah.
Aren't eggs more expensive right now because of the bird flu and they're killing chickens?
I thought it was just inflation. That's what I thought. Because
I think it's
it all
inflation.
raised like during COVID.
Yeah. Yeah, the bird flu's going around. I know, like, cats are getting it, I've heard. And, like,
bird flu,
I
huh?
think, like,
Cows are eating
cows
birds.
are getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like my salamander might be sick right now.
Really? The bird flu?
Yeah, you might have it. Either that or the norovirus.
Ooh. That sucks.
Yeah, he's been on the shitter.
Yeah. Dang, dude. That sucks. Stomach
Like, no,
flu's
for
going
real,
around.
your salamander's died.
No, he's good. He's chill.
He's chill.
That's good.
Dude, he just chills nonstop.
I'm just fucking around.
Yeah. Lizards do chill pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. I kind of wish I was a lizard.
It's a simple life.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. They don't need much meaning. They're kind of fine just living their life.
I mean, we don't need much meaning either.
Speak for yourself.
What do you mean?
I feel like I need a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I have a threshold for needing like a lot.
I don't know. I just feel like people get this life shit too fucked up.
This life shit.
Mm.
This life shit is fucked up.
I just think it's simpler than people think it should be. People make it complicated, or think that their life like should mean something when I don't know. Sometimes we're just passing through.
I think both are true. I think we are passing through, and it's nice to have some meaning while we're passing through.
Mm.
You only get one of these.
I know, but I just think there's a level of narcissism to like being like my life is important and has like meaning above everybody else who's in the same shit as me.
Well, to you it does, right? You're the main character of your own life.
That's exactly
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You
in a
are the
sense.
main character for yourself.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like I just empathize with other people around me constantly. So I just feel like it's
I mean, I
not
do that.
important.
I do that too. I think there's a healthy balance of both.
I just think there's a lot of people that like think that like their movie's a lifetime fucking movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that they think they're the main character of everybody's.
Yeah, like
Viewpoint.
chivalry's kind of dead. Like no one's holding doors open for anyone anymore. Like no one's saying please and thank you.
I held a door open for someone yesterday.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, but
I do it all the
that's
time.
you guys, but I'm just saying, like, you don't like. There's certain people, like, if you ever held the door open for someone, they don't say thank you. And like
Yesterday.
and then like a little bit inside of you is like, fuck that asshole.
I
Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, it blows off pretty quick.
Yeah.
I hold it for them, and if they say thanks, I say, oh yeah, totally. And if they say nothing, I just walk. I don't really think about it if they say thanks or not.
Yeah.
It's like so ingrained in me to open the door for somebody. I open the door, like it's not just girls. I open it for just any human that is coming by.
Right.
And if they say thanks, cool. If they don't, I
yeah,
don't
it's common
even-
courtesy.
Yeah, because opening a door is kind of annoying. And having the door just open that you can walk through is kind of sick. Just being able to walk through an open door is nice.
Yeah.
There's only certain times where like holding the door open doesn't pay any merit. Where like you hold the door open and like you see the guy has like an AR-15. He's like walking to the church. He's like, oh, dude, thank you. Like, dude, anytime.
Yeah.
Well, there's that awkward zone of they're just a tiny bit too far away to hold it for them.
Yep.
It
Yeah.
makes it awkward, so it makes them feel like they have to
Like
speed
rush
up.
to the door.
Rush to the door, yeah.
I like doing that though. It's like hurry up, yeah, run.
They're like on the other side of
Run,
the hallway
dude.
and you do it. Do you make eye contact with them as they
Yeah.
kind of hurry their, yeah.
and I
That's
go,
a good-
arms getting tired over here, buddy.
Power move.
Whoa.
As they walk to the door.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So it kind of sounds like you hold doors open for the thank yous.
No, it's just common courtesy, I think, just to say thank you.
Yeah.
I did something for you. Thank you. Move on.
Oh, yeah, like I scratch your back, you scratch mine.
But also, I'm not going to throw a fucking shit fit over someone that's like doesn't say anything to me. I just think in my head, I'm like, oh, fuck that asshole.
So you think about it, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a passing thought.
Yeah, I mean... Yeah,
Just saying
tough.
thank you for anything that's been done for you in general.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, nobody really holds
Unless
it
it's
down
like a paid service.
to hold doors open.
No, unless it's unless you're paying for the service. Like if you're gonna order a taco from Taco Bell, you're not gonna be like, "Thank you so much, man. I really needed this," and then you give them the money.
You could.
I mean, you could.
I'll say thank
It'd
you.
be more meaningful then, but like, you don't have to.
Yeah.
It's like you're giving me a 5-layer burrito. I'm gonna shit my brains out. I don't need to thank you for this. I'm paying for this. And,
So you just take it, give them the money, and walk away.
yeah, like a serial killer, and then I disappear into the night. I'm like the guy that like
Dude,
sets fire to the building, and then like I'll watch it with the crowd, and they'll be like, "What happened?" I'm like, "I don't know what happened in there."
Yeah, I can't
I just
not
disappear
say
into the
thank
crowd.
you. It's such a reflex for me.
Yeah, me too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I say thank you all the time.
That's not what you're saying.
What?
You said you're a serial killer who walks off into the night without saying anything.
I said when I'm at Taco Bell buying a burrito. That's
Yeah.
just not like a thank you moment.
And I'm saying it's so ingrained in me to say thank you for that. For like
Yeah.
Yeah, I say thank you too.
I'm more inclined to say thank you to the Jimmy John's guy who made my
that's
sandwich.
fair. What about the Chick-fil-A guy?
Chick-fil-A people are so polite. They trick you into saying thank you back. Dude, they're such polite people.
It's a trap.
Trick-fil-A.
They're like Mormons, dude. It's kind of beautiful. And I don't buy any of those Chick-fil-A commercials though.
I don't think I've ever seen a
Have you
Chick-fil-A
seen the
commercial.
Chick-fil-A ads?
Uh-uh.
They're kind of funny. It's kind of like a casting couch. They have a couch and just in a white room.
Whoa. Okay.
And they have a Chick-fil-A employee sitting there, and they talk about a real experience they had with a customer, with the customer sitting on the other side of the couch. And they're both chiming on the story. They're like, dude, so I had a flat tire in the Chick-fil-A parking lot, and Cindy over here, she came outside and gave me a chicken sandwich and fucking blew me. I still had a flat tire, but then my tummy was full.
and my balls were empty.
Exactly.
And then she also picked up the car because women can do anything.
The women can do anything, so it follows that women can pick up a car. Wow, yeah.
It's a good callback.
I haven't seen one of these ads yet, but I will keep my eyes open for
I'm
it.
just going to send you a bunch of them, and you tell me if they're just real stories or if they're just fucking gimmicks.
I guess I lean towards that. It's probably not a real story,
Yeah.
but I guess I would have
Whatever
to see
sells
it
sandwiches, though.
to see how authentic they look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the most recent one is this kid asked his girlfriend to prom at Chick-fil-A. And they catered to that. Like they helped them set up balloons and the sign and shit.
Ooh.
And he brought her in there.
I believe that.
That seems realistic, I guess.
Yeah.
But I
Sucks.
don't know. They're just
Sucks.
kind of cringy commercials. They're
Yeah.
supposed to be heartfelt, and I just don't feel it.
It's making me hungry right now, I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
I would eat some
We got
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A here.
Really?
We got Chick-fil-A. We got a Raising Cane's.
Well, we got Chick-fil-A. We had Chick-fil-A at the first podcast, right? That was our
Yep.
mukbang.
Yep.
Oh
was the first one.
that's
Raising
good.
Cane's is pretty baller though.
Chick-fil-A
heard
does
that it's so
breakfast
good.
too.
I've never had Raising Cane's, but I've heard it's so good.
It's chicken tenders, fries, and garlic bread. It's pretty good.
Really good. Yeah.
Really good chicken tenders.
Really good chicken.
There's one right by
It's
my
the
work.
sauce really too that they make with it.
Can't that cane sauce, bro.
But recently, the one that they just built here got coated because raw, like they were giving raw chicken, like they weren't cooking that shit the way through. Like
Oh,
all the
it
way
was raw.
through. Yeah, people,
Saves time.
people were getting food poisoning.
That would suck. Like salmonella?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that would suck pretty hard.
Yeah. Made me not want to eat them.
I've had salmonella. It's really not good.
Dude, I know someone who's had like E. coli. Like you just get horrible diarrhea until it passes through your body and take the antibiotics for it.
Yeah. I don't think I took antibiotics.
You get horribly sick.
I think I just wrote it out.
You raw dogged salmonella.
Yeah, I think I just raw dogged it out. And mono at the same time. It was really a tough time in my life.
Dude.
Yeah, I was in the hospital for a while.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, dude, mono and salmonella. It was a horrible combo.
Jesus
That
Christ.
sounds like I'd rather die.
They gave me morphine, which was sweet. My mom brought me
Morphine
in. I was
sounds
in like ninth grade. And my mom brought me in, and I remember when they dripped the morphine, I started to feel so comfortable, and I just remember
Yeah.
looking at my mom and being like, "I love you, Mom. You're great." And my mom said, "Thank you." She's like, "You're so high right now." I'm like, "Yeah, I love you, though."
That morphine drip though.
Yeah, morphine's great, dude.
Don't people use morphine to treat like their headaches or migraines? Is that a thing?
Probably not
Or is
morphine.
that ketamine?
Yeah, I could see ketamine over morphine.
Okay.
Morphine is such a controlled substance that it would be like kind of hard to get morphine.
I thought you can get like treatments.
Ketamine.
That's ketamine. Okay.
Yeah, that's ketamine.
Okay, that's sounds right.
Ketamine's a disassociative, which is pretty cool. I met somebody recently who did like ketamine therapy, and actually I've met a lot of people over this last like 2 years that have done ketamine therapies.
Good reviews.
Super good, super good reviews.
to like treat depression. and
Yeah,
shit.
like they got off SSRIs because they just did ketamine therapy. They're doing it once every like 2 months.
Yeah, you go to like a doctor's office and you just trip your fucking balls off. But you pay a physician to do it.
Yeah, and it doesn't
How
cost
hard
that
is
much.
it to get ketamine, like street level?
Just inquire with your physician. Be like, can I trip my fucking face off in your office? And they're like, absolutely.
Absolutely.
He's like,
Absolutely.
He's like, I do this in my free time.
So you can just talk to your GP and they'll do it. Or you can just go to your primary.
Yeah,
and
dude.
they'll-
Like physicians are like shamans now. They're like, do you want to do ayahuasca in my office? Let's fucking do ayahuasca in my office.
a
right
shaman doctor would be pretty nice.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Somebody who's like just wanting you to do psilocybin for your illness.
now. Yep.
Yeah.
You guys ever seen Aaron Rodgers do ayahuasca?
Oh, I haven't seen the documentary.
Oh, dude,
There's a
I've just seen the
documentary
clip of him going. Oh,
Oh, okay.
look at that over there. That's a cloud. Oh,
He recorded himself on ayahuasca.
Yeah,
dude, they did like a whole like,
about
documentary.
it.
Wow.
I think it's on Netflix.
Why do
I
you
think
do
it's
it?
called Enigma.
Is it
Why do you do it? Just because?
to have a spiritual journey?
Yeah, exactly. Spiritual journey.
He's like, why can't I throw well now? Do I retire?
there it is.
Oh wow, You guys are so
We're
cute.
in now. Now we're in.
You
This
guys
is
are
nice.
you guys gonna talk about how you guys made out for 3 hours last night?
I was kind of back and forth on it. Because I don't know if Ryan was awake.
I was definitely
you-
no, I wasn't awake.
Yeah. So he doesn't know that we made out for 3 hours. Which is a long time.
I just like that idea that just Ryan's completely passed out and Joe's just passionately making out with him.
You know what's even better is I was just pretending to be asleep.
That does make it a lot better.
Yeah.
It makes it more dangerous.
I thought that I would not enjoy it. And right when it started, I knew that I didn't enjoy it. And after time went by, after the first hour, I was like so solid that I didn't like it at all. But I'm glad that I pushed through to the next 2 hours to like know for sure that I hated it.
That's like eating the majority of a meal you didn't like, and then
Yep.
going to the server and being like, "I didn't enjoy that at all." They're
No,
like,
that's
"Sir,
like
you ate about
ordering another
90%
one.
of the meal." You're like, "Exactly."
And then you order another one, and then you eat that too, and then you complain about
You're
that
like,
one.
"Yeah, I
as
didn't
well.
like that second one."
Yeah, I actually hated that one.
In fact, can I try yours just to make sure I don't like
I'm
it?
gonna
Fuck,
get
this is worse.
one more of those entrees. Yeah, I hated all of these. I know that I hated all of these.
I'd like to buy your entire supply of this just to make sure.
Yeah. It really did feel like that at around hour 2.
Okay.
Who would slow roast a dog's asshole and serve it to their husband?
That's
you would.
That's a great question.
Okay, let's pontificate on that for a minute. Who would do that? What's the type of person who would do that?
I guess if I was really hungry, I was like starving in the woods and there's a dead dog, I guess I would eat like the whole dog. So I would.
You would start with the asshole. I'm gonna slow roast it.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, you'd have to roast it. You wouldn't want to raw dog that raw ass.
I
dogs.
would shove the shish kebab stick up the dog's
wanna
asshole, and then I would like a rotisserie chicken, just slowly rotate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slow roast. Yep.
well, it'd just be like the intestines.
Yep.
So it'd be kind of snaky. Well, that's what like the skin of hot dogs are, and like brats for sure.
Maybe if you
It's pig
singed
intestines.
it enough, you could make it a whip.
That would be nice.
That'd be nice because whip would be nice.
Kind of play with your food.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, aren't hot dogs just like filled with just like the scraps of just like the leftovers?
Yeah, so it's the intestines of the pig filled with just like
It's even like eyeballs and shit like that too. I heard.
I don't know.
Look up what's in a hot dog. It's actually fucking
It's eyeballs?
insane. It's like everything. It's
Is
like
it just eyeballs?
It's everything they couldn't use. Like that wasn't good. Like like sure they'll make a roast out of like the torso, or like
Okay.
they'll make pork chops out of it or whatever,
Yeah.
or pork steak. But there's certain parts of it, like the scraps, like the fucking head and shit.
Okay.
That's what's in a fucking hot dog.
So you're telling me hot dogs are just eyeballs?
No. It's just like there's a mix of body parts.
So it's eyeballs and like brain?
It could be.
I don't think brain.
I don't think brain, no.
I don't think so. What?
It could be, though. Who
so
knows?
like tongue?
I don't know.
Maybe.
My phone's recording those, so.
Would you eat a hot dog
Ground
that's
up.
just eyeballs?
No.
I wouldn't either. I think it'd be like white.
Can we ask Chat GPT?
If hot dogs are just made of eyeballs?
No, just what's in a hot dog?
What's eyeballs?
I'm telling you, there's some eyeballs in there.
What a hot dog is they take the intestines out of the pig and fill it with just full eyeballs. And that's all a hot dog is.
Not even the pig's eyeballs, just any eyeball they can
Some
find.
monsters.
If they just have some eyeballs
Monsters
laying around, they
Incorporated
just
type
put them
shit.
in the hot dog.
Yep.
God damn it.
Like a machine that just.
Oh, I love the eye holes.
Oh yes, my eye hole.
My eye holes.
My eye holes.
So like I was telling you guys, I bought a quarter cow. And the butcher, when I talked to him on the phone, he said, okay, so we have some extras that can go along with it if you would like. And I'm like, yeah, lay it on me. What do you have? And he's like, well, usually people don't take these, but we can give you the heart. And I said, I will definitely take the heart. So in my freezer right now, I have a cow's liver, a cow's heart, and I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I have a bunch of bones. I have a bunch of cow bones in my
He's
fridge
Jeffrey
right now.
Dahmer at this point.
Why do you have the bones? Is it for marrow?
I'm going to make bone broth.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah, I'm going to make bone broth with it. I probably have like 3 pounds of bones in my fridge
Would
right
you
now.
just like boil it?
Yeah,
Is
you
that how
boil
do
it for like 5 hours.
Yeah, something
like you
crazy
do it in
like
like a slow roaster because it takes so long. But then you have bone broth, and then you freeze it, and then you just have a bunch of bone broth. You make it like really condensed and strong because you don't get that much, and then you mix it with more just water
Yeah.
to kind of like even it out a little bit.
Bone broth is like really good for like your nails and your
Yeah,
hair.
it's all collagen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It tastes really good too. Like I used to drink it in the morning. I would take bone broth and heat it up and drink it like tea in the morning. And it's a nice. I went to college with this girl who would take ramen packets and boil water and just pour some of like a ramen packet in it and drink that in the morning. That's a skinny girl breakfast. Like that's nice.
That's true.
That's a skinny girl breakfast right there.
This fucking guy, dude.
Fucking guy. You got something to say?
I know. So the butcher shop that I worked
crazy.
at, we would sell head cheese, which head cheese looks a lot like you would imagine head cheese to look like. It's like kind of, it's not completely clear. It's kind of like an opaque, coagulated mass that we would cut off slices of, and
Like
people.
tumors of cheese.
it looks so much like tumors of cheese that's an uncanny.
Head cheese is the most disgusting name for a food, I think.
It's made of
Yeah.
I think it's cow head. And so head cheese, they legit use the eyes, the brain, and the buccal meat. And
Okay.
they grind it all up, and it looks just like, it looks like cheese tumor.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I remember I would
it
slice
good?
it. It's not as bad as it sounds, but it is in no way better than it sounds.
Is it like spammy?
It's kind of spammy.
Like
yeah,
Spam?
it's like the texture of Spam, and it looks like a tumor.
Yep.
And I remember, like, I would go to work hungover, and slicing into it in the morning at 8 a.m.
dude.
would test my limits.
Who's ordering that shit?
Old people. Only old people. So, like, this was
Old
up in
people
Fargo.
were like, we ate this in the fucking war.
Yeah, so it was all, like, very old Fargo people with strong Fargo accents who would come in. And they had, like, the real Fargo accents. And they would come in and get, like, half a pound of head cheese. There's also a guy that would come in who, I think he fought his dog. And he would buy steaks, and he would feed his dog raw beef steaks. And his dog looked rough, man. His dog would be beat up sometimes.
You beat his fucking dog.
He
Maybe
would
he would
fight his
use
dog
his
against
to-
other dogs.
Yeah.
There's like
Oh,
an
shit.
underground dog fighting in Fargo that I knew through this guy fighting his dog.
Joe's like, I frequented it quite a bit.
I wouldn't go to a dog fight ever, dude. Dog fights that is horrible. Something
Oh, I've
that
seen
I
The
would go
Wire.
to. I would go to a cockfight. I would watch chickens fight. I
That'd
would
be-
go to
that'd
that.
be
Like
pretty
I
tight.
would see a
Yeah, that'd be
cockfight.
pretty tight.
Yep.
Yeah. You guys would go?
I would go to a cockfight.
Yeah, I would too.
Cockfight would be fun.
It sucks though when you've been training for a cockfight for the last 2 years and you get there and you see that it's actually like roosters, and then you have to put your pants back on. Like that's the worst part about training for 2 years for a cockfight.
you're like I took a few blue chews right now, guys, and I'm
Yeah.
ready to go.
Yeah,
And they're like, this isn't what you're like. Oh,
You probably still get in there, man. Still get in the ring.
Still get in
use
there.
your cock. A cock is a cock.
Could you beat a rooster just with your penis?
you would
If you've been trained for
you would
2 years,
impale it.
maybe.
Yeah, 2 years of training is a lot of training.
Yeah, you could be. It could be a lot of things.
2
with that
years of
penis.
training, you're gonna be like decent at anything. Truly, after 2 years of training, you'll be decent at anything.
10,000 hours of cockfighting. It's mastery.
Yeah.
That's mastery battery.
How long does it take to do 10,000 hours of something?
10,000 hours.
Well, what is 10,000 hours? 10,000 hours like broken down to like days.
I think if you work a full-time job, I think that's like 2,000 hours a year.
Well, it's just 10,000 divided by 24. How many days is that?
It's like 40.
No one can get a phone out.
What is it? Is it?
We're doing this in our
Is it
head.
40? Well, like because 24 goes into 100 4-ish times, so it goes into 1,040 times, right?
Yeah.
About 40, a little bit more. So let's say 50 days. So that's if you practice something 50 days straight, which yeah, because 240 times 5. Yeah. So it's 50 days. But who is practicing something 24 hours a day for 50 days?
Oh no one is. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So what if you did it
Trying to
8
break this
hours a
down.
day?
Yeah. That's
So you
true.
times it by 3. So just 50 times 3 is just is that really just 150 days? Is 10,000 hours just 150 days at 8 hours a day? There's no way.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, there's no way.
No.
Why not though? Because 24 goes into 100 4-ish times. And then into 1,000.
And then into 10,000.
40 times. Oh yeah, 10,000. I'm just going. Oh yeah. So it's 400 days, and then 400 days times 3. So it's 1,200 days.
Of 8-hour days.
Yeah. So it's 1,200
days,
days
okay.
of 8-hour days.
So that's roughly 3 years.
That's roughly 4 years.
4 years. Okay.
That's roughly 3.5 years.
Yeah, 3.5.
Okay, so 3.5 years of 8-hour days. That's not crazy. You know, that's not crazy. You can get 10,000
To
hours
just
in
master
8 hours
anything
a day.
you're interested in.
But that's 8 hours a day every day. So that's not weekends.
Right.
That's
and you're not
every day
getting
for 8
necessarily
hours.
getting paid for this too. So
yeah.
you know.
like we've all put our 10,000 hours into like masturbating. We're all very good at that.
Dude, I was thinking about this yesterday.
How many times do you think you've jerked off? What's the
Dude,
number?
scores at this point.
I've jerked off probably 35 times.
Just think about the precious time I've wasted. I could have like built something with my life.
Yeah. Yeah, spend 6
Could have
minutes.
like double majored in something.
Spend 6 minutes a day building something. You could have built a thing. You could have built a single thing.
What were you gonna say though, Joe? You said you were
So I've been thinking about this recently, and it's this thought really it shook me to my core. What is something that you could explain deeply? And I mean anything. What is a thing that you could explain very deeply?
Skateboarding.
You could explain that deeply.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me, give me a flavor of it.
Like the history of skateboarding?
Sure. Yeah, you
So
know.
skateboarding comes from surf culture. So it was initially started like on the West Coast by surfers. So it kind of originates out of California. And if you've ever like watched the movie Lords of Dogtown, it's a good reflection of like how skateboarding reached like what it is today. Because they're literally taking like cutouts of like panels of wood, shaping them like surfboards, and then attaching wheels underneath it from like roller skates. Those are like some of the first skateboards. And they would even go as far as to, because they weren't even gripped back, because now we have grip tape on skateboards too for like adhesive. That way we can do flip tricks and shit. So it's sticking to our feet to an extent. But they used to fucking glue them shits. They used to have like this, it was kind of like crazy glue, and they'd put it on their fucking feet. And that way the board would stick and they could jump off of obstacles and shit. So that's kind of how it evolved from there. And it wasn't until I would say like the 80s and 90s, Rodney Mullen. Do you guys know who Rodney Mullen is?
He's a skateboarder.
He's in every Tony Hawk game. Every Tony Hawk video game you've ever played.
Every single one.
He's a
I've ever
playable
played.
character.
Okay.
Okay.
But he's invented every single fucking flip trick, like on God. Like he's invented the ollie, he's invented the nollie, kick flip, shove it, 360 flip. He really pioneered all these tricks to make street skating possible. Because it used to just be vertical.
What's vertical?
Half pipe.
Half pipe. Yeah.
Oh, sure.
The shit that Tony Hawk does.
Sure.
Yep.
Sweet.
Because vert skating really came out of like skating like pools, like pool skating.
Right.
People
right.
used to hop backyards and skate pools. Watch Lords of Dogtown though; it's a great fucking movie.
Like empty pools.
Empty pools. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because there was a drought back in the 70s. California still has a fucking drought. I mean, when don't they have a fucking drought? But
Sure.
people were advised to empty their fucking pool or not fill their pools up that year. So a lot of that was kind of the innovation of that. Like they were skating pools because like they were just doing street skating, bombing hills before that.
Sure. That's really interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. Huh?
A pool would be kind of a cool place to skate.
It's fucking very. It's like climbing walls to a certain point.
Yeah. You know, a lot of skate parks look like just mellowed out pools.
Yeah.
Just like with
Yep.
slow roaming little ramps and stuff, but they just look like a pool that somebody put in like a waffle iron.
If you go to the Burnsville skate park, which isn't too far from like where you guys are at, like they got a pool that you can skate there.
That's pretty sick.
Damn, that is
Skating is cool, man. I wish I was good at skating.
I'm good to a certain extent. Like I can drop in and shit, but like I can't do any sort of vertical shit. Like
Yeah,
that
you
shit's
are.
too scary.
Yeah. Yeah, you are pretty good at it. You're surprisingly good at it for your size. You're very like nimble on a skateboard.
I've been doing it since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Since I was like 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got the foundation. for
Yeah.
it. Yep.
It's like riding a bike.
Is
Yeah.
it? Like it's not something you forget?
It's not like riding a bike, but like if you're used to riding a bike, you've got that down mastered. It's like riding a bike to me.
Right, like the
if you
idea
grew
of-
up
yeah.
doing it, you got
Yeah.
a basic balance for it.
It's like I
Right.
can't do like you play hockey. I can't even fucking balance on skates.
Yeah.
I can balance on a board, but not on
Skate
skates.
forever.
Yeah.
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 Skating really shows me I have some weak ass ankles. When I skate, my skates are completely just splayed out.
Well, and especially if you're working on flip tricks, your board's constantly hitting your shins.
Ugh.
You're constantly fucking your ankles up.
People that do skateboard tricks, like they're so used to getting messed up.
No,
Like, they're so used to falling
you have
on
to fail
concrete.
constantly in order to get
Yeah.
it down.
I wouldn't want to do it because I don't want to break my wrist. Like I'm at the age now where I'm good to not ever break my wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would suck.
When you're a kid, you don't give a shit though. You're on your parents'
Kids
insurance.
are springy. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that the truth?
Yep.
Because now if you break something, you're like, oh fuck, I'm paying for this.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, dude. Health insurance sucks.
Yeah.
Every time I get
You
my
can't
paycheck
work
and
for a
just see
little
the
bit.
health insurance, it's so rough. Like how much it costs to
Taken out of your check.
It's
Yeah.
so rough. Like all the deductions. Getting the paycheck and going through the deductions will make a person a communist.
Yep. That's why people are pushing for universal health care.
Yeah, Universal healthcare is an interesting one. Like, I think we talked about this, but like the NIH does, or the whatever like they have in Great Britain in the UK. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I see why people push for it. It is expensive.
Yeah.
I see why people push for it.
But do you think if we made it universal here, like healthcare was a right for everyone, that people would take advantage of it?
I think it would be really hard to get an appointment.
Yeah.
But I think there's
so,
pros
too.
and cons to it. Like, I think it would be great because, but the thing is, we'd be paying higher taxes. So we'd still be having a similar amount of our paycheck pulled out for healthcare.
That's true.
Like, I don't know how much money we'd save by doing it.
So I've looked into the Bernie Sanders explanation on this, and he says there's actually quite a significant difference in if you use the healthcare. Like if you're someone who uses healthcare a lot right now, they will pay way less overall, even with the higher taxes.
That makes sense. But what if you're one of us who doesn't use
Who
healthcare
rarely
that
uses
much?
healthcare, then it's not gonna be a net positive for us because the taxes will increase.
Yeah. They would increase like substantially. The thing is, if the government paid for it more, so like if we cut spending on certain sectors of the government and then they paid, and then like that, reallocated money paid for national health care, I think that would be a good way to cover the expenses, because it would just suck if we were just taxed way more. Already looking at the taxes, like federal income taxes, is brutal.
Yeah.
It's like near a quarter of the paycheck. So I guess that would suck if it turned into like a third of the paycheck. But that's also me saying that. And if I was going through like chemo right now, I'd be like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that we should do it.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because getting a bill for $85,000,
daunting.
I'd be like, I'm never going to pay this off.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to pay this off when I'm 42. So
Yeah.
yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, like when I got my endoscopy and colonoscopy, like only a certain amount of that got covered. So like all my appointments all together, like I had to pay like $25,000.
Oh, really?
And I just got done paying that off.
Holy
That was
shit,
a couple years ago.
Wow. It was $25,000?
Yeah, it's like paying college tuition all over again. It's fucking crazy.
Was that the cost of the for all the?
That was just me going in, like finding out, oh, my gallbladder is dysfunctional,
Yeah.
like doing all the testing and then getting the surgery.
So okay, so the surgery is included on the 25.
Yeah,
That's not,
yep.
okay, good, dude. Do you have a scar from the gallbladder one? I've
It's right above my stomach here. You can see the little incision.
Oh yeah, that's
right
I
here.
remember
Laparoscopic.
being surprised at how small that was. Last
Yeah,
time.
it's insane.
Yeah.
But then they take it's almost like what the fuck's it called? A clasp, and they open you up.
Yeah. Wide open.
Ugh.
Yeah, you were wide open on that table,
Dude, and my stitches came undone at one point
Wow.
when I got home.
Were you gnawing on them?
No, just like they were telling me that if I move too quick, if you make any sudden movements,
You are a quick mover.
You are very quick.
yeah.
You
Or
are
like
very
I move
quick.
in my sleep too, so easily they came undone. I had to go back and get them again.
Yeah.
Sucked my ass.
Yeah. Were you doing sprints that day?
No, I had to move around in my sleep a lot.
flailing around.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I roll on my sides a lot and stuff
Yeah.
when I sleep.
Yeah.
He's
So just
whipping
naturally, I just
back
fucking
and forth in his bed when he sleeps.
Yeah.
I just woke up with like just my shirt covered in blood. I'm like,
Really?
oh no.
Wow. Yeah, so you had to get it. So you probably had to pay for that then too.
No, that was actually covered.
That's pro bono.
That was covered.
That might be on a per diem
That was covered. It was like if it comes undone one time, it's covered.
pro.
But if it kept
bono,
happening,
pro
then-
blanche.
Yeah, what is that called? Is that a la carte? Is that
A la
is
carte?
that Stitches a
A
la
la
carte?
carte, a la carte blanche.
Yeah, or is it carte blanche? And we'll have one free stitch. It's carte blanche. so
Carte blanche.
Don't worry about that.
Buy one, get 2 stitches free.
I've removed a good amount of sutures in my day.
Yeah.
That's enjoyable.
Sutures.
I've removed my own, like when I split my knuckle open.
Oh,
Wait, isn't the suture one of the skull bones?
your skull bones are sutured to one another. So it's not one of the skull bones itself. They're sutured to one another. That's why when you see a skull, they have like those weird lines between them. Those are called the sutures.
Yeah, when
okay,
when someone
interesting.
cracks their head open or whatever.
Yeah, like so if you cracked your head open, you could crack it along one of the sutures.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why kids have like that soft spot because like it hasn't sutured together.
Ah.
Yeah.
Suture.
Yeah, just a suture.
You're a fucking suture.
Have you guys heard that astronauts have to have their appendix taken out before they go to like the ISS?
Yeah, I have heard that.
Do you think that's true? Because I've also heard you can't like smoke a menthol cigarette ever if you're a.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what's that say? Are we not recording?
Oh, yeah, recording. This is just some bullshit.
I believe the appendix thing. I don't necessarily believe the menthol cigarette thing.
I don't believe the menthol cigarette thing, and I don't believe the appendix thing.
Really?
I don't believe either. Yeah, just like
Isn't the one thing they've proven is that when you come back from space, your bone density decreases?
Yeah, they get kidney stones because all the calcium break down, and then the kidneys try to flush it out, and you'll get like a mass of calcium in your kidneys, and that's what a kidney stone is.
Fuck.
Yeah, so like they deal with kidney stones, they deal with like atrophy. I think less so now. I think they're working out a lot more on the ISS, but yeah, I hear the ISS is going to lose orbit.
Dude, I've been
in
hearing
not too long.
hearing that too. I don't know. I don't know if there's anything
Is it
to
the little
that,
space
but
station thing it's up there? Right
Yeah,
now?
the International Space Station. I hear. Well, it's in
apparently
low
falling.
Earth orbit.
Apparently, it's like actively in the process of losing its orbit and
Yeah.
coming down.
Yeah. What was that?
Dude, that was disgusting.
Some gum.
Oh, okay, nice.
It was disgusting.
You just pulled out your fucking tooth and put it on the
It
table.
does look like my tooth. Like I just went.
Yeah.
That would be some gnarly shit.
Yeah, it would.
Just blood's pouring down my mouth. I'm fine.
You need to floss.
Some morning routine. Yeah.
Hmm?
You guys need to floss more often.
I don't know.
Yeah. When we say you, we mean the audience.
We're talking.
We're talking to the
We're talking
audience.
to the listeners right now.
Yeah.
I think everybody could hear a PSA of floss more.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a good universal
Sure.
PSA. Floss
Sure.
more often than you're flossing now.
Message from the
Instead of
American
Amber
Dental
Alerts, we should just get
Association.
alerts that say floss.
Oh yeah,
An
Yeah.
Amber Alert.
yeah,
Instead of Amber Alerts,
yeah.
we just get these emergency.
I would
floss
appreciate those
notices on
more.
the
It's like
phone.
you should floss more. You're
Next
like,
time you're
right.
driving southbound on 94, floss.
I need the notifications to be like hateful though. Like floss, you nasty fucking bitch.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
fucking
Is that what you need?
I would
Like
floss.
you're watching
fucker.
porn, and then she takes the dick out of her mouth, and she just says, "You should floss right now."
Ryan, that's grass.
Just
takes the dick out of her mouth.
That's grass. We're not grass here.
She takes the guy's pube and she's like flossing. She's like, you should floss right now.
Oh, that's thick too. That's a good floss diameter.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys
Flossing with a
ever?
pube.
Do you guys ever have a beard hair that's like 4 times thicker than the other ones?
Yeah, it's like an odd one out that's just extra long.
Yeah, extra long or extra thick. Do
I
you
have
pull
an
the-
extra long one that comes out of a mole.
Ooh,
Yeah,
can you have
And you
moles
always
removed?
pull it.
Can you have a mole
I don't
removed?
always pull it.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm sure you can have a mole removed. Yeah, definitely.
If you had a big mole on your face, would you get it removed?
It depends on how big. I have like a mole like right
Yeah.
here.
Let's say the end of your pinky.
Yeah, no, I'd get that shit removed. Yeah.
Like, yeah, just cut it off, or
yeah, they just fucking graft it off.
yeah. I think I would have it removed too.
It's off-putting. You're like a fucking lunch lady.
How many
A
moles do you
comical
have?
lunch lady.
How many moles do you have on your body?
Are we counting like small freckles too?
No, we're just counting moles.
The
What's
only
the-
mole that I
okay, what-
have
what's
that's
the
slightly
difference?
raised and protruding is the one like on my arm right here.
How big is it? Moles are gross. Is it cancerous?
Oh, I've been told it isn't cancerous. It's benign.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I'm talking like a raised mole. How many do you have, Ryan? Probably a lot.
Less than 5.
Less than 5.
But then do you guys have like moles that you've gotten from like sun damage?
Well, I don't know. I don't know where they come from.
It's an anomaly.
Wait, getting a mole from the sun, that's cancer.
Cancer. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
like certainly cancer.
Yeah, no. I've got it all
I
over
think
my
you're
back.
born with moles, right? And then if you get one from the sun, that's like necessarily cancer.
Yeah, it's like mild melanoma.
mild
so it's mild
It's mild
cancer.
cancer. Yeah.
It's just a little case of the cancer.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Melanoma would suck, dude. That's how Bob Marley died.
From cancer.
Yeah, he had it on his foot.
Didn't he have
And
it like
since
on
he
his
was, like, a
toe?
Rasta-
And they're
yeah.
like, let's remove your pinky toe. And he was like, nah, man.
Yeah, because he was like Rastafarian or
I'm
something. and he
gonna
didn't
need
believe in
that
it.
toe, man.
I'm gonna need the toe for the spirit world, man.
And then he died.
That's my good toe.
That's my good toe.
It's like, don't worry, be happy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was kind of mysterious, Bob Marley.
Wait, have you heard the conspiracy that the CIA killed Bob Marley?
No.
That it wasn't a cancer man.
So there's a conspiracy that
they implanted the cancer on the toe.
I don't know. I don't think so. He did get shot at one point.
he did get shot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was kind of like thuggy.
He was kind of political with like his music.
He was political with his music and kind of thuggy. Like he wouldn't get played on the radio. So him and some freaking brass went in, and they told the news jockey or the like radio jockey.
Yeah.
They're like, "You're going to play Bob Marley, otherwise we're gonna have an issue here." And the guy's like, "What?" He's like, "We're gonna have an issue here unless you play Bob Marley."
He's like, yeah, man.
Yes, his like kind of thugs like big dog to the radio into playing Bob
Damn.
Marley.
I remember that happened in the movie Straight Outta Compton. Like his executives, they weren't paying him enough or whatever, and he went in there with a bat and smashed it up.
Yeah. No, like I think that stuff happens in the music industry. You get like kind of
big time.
You got to like fight for your rights, which I think is a Bob Marley song.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, that's like what he's talking about.
Get up, stand up,
Yeah,
stand up.
Well,
for
the
your
record
right.
companies were fucking everyone over back then. It was just a common practice.
I think they still are.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I think like I know that there was like LLCs that popped up around podcasting to where they were getting like all the ad revenue and the podcasters were getting like 9% of income.
That's insane.
And yeah, I know Theo Von talked about it, that he was getting absolutely decimated. Like he was losing money podcasting because he had such a raw deal with like some LLC that popped up for podcasters. It was basically like a manager that was just swiping his money.
That's insane.
Dude, having a manager would be like kind of nice, right?
In a sense.
They could like book you gigs. And
Isn't it better to be independent though and you just run your own shit?
I think it's better.
Make more money
I
that
think
way?
it's better and harder.
Yep, definitely.
I think it's easier to have a manager because you're paying somebody to kind of be like, it's a little bit of like a personal assistant because they're booking gigs for you, and they might know people in these venues more easily than you could get
It's
booked
true.
there
Yeah, they
yourself.
have connections.
So, like,
which
I
you,
think it's
which
worth
you have
it.
to establish if you're independent.
Yeah, starting off, I think it's worth it to have a manager.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like a lot, people do it independently. Isn't that like indie music? Isn't indie music independent?
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
But now indie music is just like the Lumineers, which is not.
Not independent at all. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
they're signed under a company.
Yeah, they're signed under.
It's just a genre of music
Aren't they
now.
signed under the same people Modest Mouse are signed under? Pacific Records?
I don't know. I think so.
I think they're signed. Yeah, I think it's Pacific Records. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think we have time before we need to get a manager.
I read it or listened to a podcast about this topic recently. About at a certain point, a musician becomes more valuable dead
Yeah.
than alive to the record company.
Yeah.
Because think about like Prince. Prince dies prematurely. Everybody wants to go and listen to Prince,
Yeah, it's true.
and the record company still owns the music, so they make bank. So then there's all these conspiracies about once the record company realizes that they're getting diminishing returns on an artist,
Yep.
fucking kill them. And
Yep.
then
That's kind of that's basically what happened
it'll
to
be
Tupac.
the next big renaissance for that musician's music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard that about Michael Jackson, too.
Yeah, that he was better off dead, and they were going to make more money that way.
The thing about like these conspiracies, either a bunch of conspiracies are true and the world is an insane place where labels are killing people
Just
and
evil.
aliens are communing with Satan, or a bunch of conspiracies aren't true and we live in kind of like a boring world that can be explained largely through stupidity.
And nobody knowing what's going on.
Yeah, nobody knows what's
Yeah,
happening.
Incompetence.
And I think it lies somewhere in between those two things. But I think
I
a
think
lot of
that's true.
conspiracies can actually just be explained through incompetence and
I agree.
stupidity.
Yep, I agree.
But I think there's some that are true. Like, what about this JFK file that's being released 15 days from January 23rd? So, February 9th?
Do you
or
think it's
8th
actually
or
going to
something?
be a big splash, or is it just
My
gonna be
idea
more
is
nothing?
no, just because it's been so long that I think the time Trump gave for these files to be released, I think the CIA is like currently redacting things
Yeah.
that will just not be released. Because I don't think they're going to be like, oh, guys, it was us. The CIA
They're
did.
currently shredding papers right now.
Yeah, because not only is it the JFK files, it's also the RFK and Martin Luther King
MLK.
Jr.'s files.
Yep.
And I don't think they're going to be like, yeah, we definitely murked MLK. I think they're going to I think they're going to write some new stories on it and then release those to the public. Because it's the CIA that releases them. So it's like, it's just, they can...
The holder of the information of corruption is in the holder of the one that's causing the corruption.
That's exactly right. Right. So why are they going to put themselves in a predicament where they're going to look horrible? I don't think they're going to do it. I think they're going to redact shit. I don't think we're going to get anything with these RFK, or like JFK, RFK, MLK files.
Yeah.
The K files.
The K files.
Stephen King was a K file.
Yeah. He was.
He was a King file? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
I'm a King file, dude.
K file.
I love Stephen King so much.
He was audio file. K file.
It's kind of true, though. It's kind of like your parents taking your phone away, and they're like, we're going to look through your phone.
Yeah.
But if you knew in advance that they were going to take your phone away, you would clear all of the porn that was on your phone.
Well, it's like, we're going to take away your phone and go through its history in 15 days. So be ready. It's like, okay, well, I'm going to delete everything.
It's a factory reset iPhone.
Oh, so you've never Googled anything?
No.
This is actually a thing about me. I've never Googled anything.
Very anti-Googling.
Yeah, I've never Googled a thing.
Not into it. It's not into information.
Dude, if you really want to know somebody, look at their ChatGPT history and get to know that person through Google searches, through ChatGPT, through their algorithm. If you want to get to know somebody, spend 3 days on their phone just getting what their algorithm is.
Yep.
And you'll know that person more deeply.
Well, at this point, ChatGPT knows you better than your fucking friends know you.
Depending on how much you use it.
It doesn't know me very well.
Because you just fuck with it all the time.
Yeah, I fuck with it pretty hard. I'm like, tell me a story.
ChatGPT thinks you're fucking gay with
Adam
Ryan.
giving birth to our love child.
Yes, dude, that's right.
ChatGPT thinks that you and I have kids together. Which we don't.
ChatGPT's just like talking to its other friends, like my gay friend Joe.
Yeah. You've seen the movie Her, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it's so good, dude, and we're so close to it. We're so close to people falling in love with.
We're there. I mean,
We kind of are there.
No, we are there. People have been chatting with their AI, not realizing it's AI.
People have been dating their AI.
Yeah, dude. We are there.
Yeah. What about this new government thing that Trump just signed $500 billion for called Stargate? Have you guys heard about this?
I have.
Yeah, Stargate. So Stargate is basically going to replace a lot of our security infrastructure with AI, with specifically Sam Altman's OpenAI network. ChatGPT is going to be used for a lot of our defense infrastructure.
Oh shit!
And Trump signed $500 billion to be allocated to this. So they're going to be running kind of the security and a lot of the software structure of our nuclear sites.
Okay.
That's insane, bro.
That is insane.
That is such a dystopian sci-fi thing that we're having right now.
Yeah,
and it's
we're
called
in the process
Stargate.
Doesn't China do that shit
embracing
though?
AI for
You go
future.
into a gas station in China, they have to scan your face for you to buy something.
Do they?
I don't know. That's what I heard.
Yeah, I mean, I would believe it. I've heard about the social credit score that they have. Yeah, I mean, what about DeepSeek?
I haven't heard of DeepSeek.
So DeepSeek, we have OpenAI, American company, creator of ChatGPT, most successful product ever released. And then about a week ago, a Chinese firm released DeepSeek, which is their AI platform. Guess how much money they did it for?
How much?
$5 million. And they created something as strong as ChatGPT. And they based their, the learning model is based on OpenAI. So there's lawsuits going on between Sam Altman and this DeepSeek. But I've seen people using it. DeepSeek rocks. It is so good.
For just $5 million versus the $500 million that they were just granted.
Oh, dude, $500 million a year easily. Well, he was just granted $500 billion with a B.
Oh, billion. Jesus.
Yeah.
$500 billion for Stargate. Dude, it's called Stargate.
Yeah, that's.
Is that not I mean, it's not the Matrix. It's Terminator.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
this is we're at Terminator level. Our Secretary of Defense currently is a human, but it's going to be advised largely with AI models. And so for all intents and purposes, the direction that the Secretary of Defense pushes, the model that we have now will be based on AI.
So AI will eventually wage war with itself.
I could see AI advising for conflicts. So yeah,
Yeah.
dude, there'll come a time probably in the next 2 years where AI like advises a conflict.
Yeah.
So that means it's waging war against humans.
Oh, who's to say there aren't government officials who aren't using AI to their advantage right now?
That's a
like,
great
How do I
point.
map this out right now?
Like you look at ChatGPT 0.0, what we're using right now, like
Yeah.
what's available to the general population. Think what the DoD has.
Yeah.
They have things that are far above what we have.
Without filters, without
Filters,
restrictions.
my guidelines don't let me talk about that.
God.
Like they'll use it for like missile guidance systems, which
Yeah.
I'm sure that they already are now using it for missile guidance
Yep.
systems. Like we're already in a place where people will be waging war against humans and AI. And that's not like 30 years from now. That's basically right now.
Yeah.
That is right now.
That's crazy, man. That is so crazy. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
I mean,
in the
this
next-
is such an exciting
this
time
year.
to be alive.
I do, honestly. I think about that constantly.
Yeah.
And we happen to be alive in the one sliver of time where we're developing this rapidly.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, we're alive we're basically giving birth to like a new freaking thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're alive.
We were born in a time when none of this existed.
I mean, we were born.
dude. Yeah, before cell phones, really.
Yeah. I remember the iPhone being released and now we'll see our Secretary of Defense be replaced by AI.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, and we're not even 30 yet.
Yeah.
Well, people are fucking graduating college with all they fucking used was AI.
Dude, I'm so glad that I
100%.
didn't have ChatGPT when I was in school. I would be
Right.
way dumber than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I had the willpower. I don't think I
Dude, pretty
would've had
soon
the
people
willpower
won't
to
even
not
be
use
like
it.
talking anymore. They'll just be pressing
You guys
buttons.
see that
to
like
say shit.
40% of I think 6th graders aren't like fully literate.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, the
What?
literacy level in the U.S. is tanking.
I'm not. That's
Because they
awful.
just talk. They just talk in emojis.
Yeah,
I mean,
man.
our education system. Everybody's always talked about like how bad our education system is in a lot of ways, and how school is just like. I think an older argument that kind of holds up is that like our education system was basically formed during the time of like the Industrial Revolution,
Yep.
and it just kind of perpetuated this idea of like we'll teach you this much, and it'll be in the same hours that you'd work at a factory. So it's kind of just like raising people to get ready to work in a
Yeah.
factory.
Yep.
And I think our education system hasn't had like a good overhaul since then.
Right.
And so I think that it is important to have like a useful education system for where we're going into. Why don't we teach people taxes? Why don't we teach people like media literacy?
Yeah. Why isn't
Yeah.
like school like just like training you to like be an adult at this point?
To be an adult and to, the only thing that we should teach people, because things are changing so quickly. How are we going to teach people how to live in an AI revolution? You can't. The only thing you can teach people, and the only thing that we really should be trying to teach people, is critical thinking.
Yeah.
That is like the foundation of what the education system should be, is just teaching people critical thinking.
Think for themselves. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's such a hard skill to have. And the thing is, though, at the end of the day, it is a skill. You're not born with critical thinking. We have the capacity for it, but it's a skill just like everything else. So that should be what we teach in school, is just like how to critically think about a topic, and it doesn't matter what that topic is.
Yeah.
We just teach
How can
people
we
how to-
have an open-ended like Socratic seminar about this discussion?
Yeah, dude, what if we had that? What if we actually had like Socratic seminars about things that are happening? I mean, in a lot of ways, that should be what local politics is like
Yeah.
the Socratic method, like questioning what the best way to run a group of people are. But we don't have that. I think
Instead of just getting angry as to why you're questioning the system.
yeah, people are angry about it. People, and like myself included, I don't think people as a whole have been taught how to argue and debate well. And so that's why we have people like screaming during debates.
Because they can't articulate what they're fucking feeling.
Exactly.
Because they're kind of that
Exactly.
dumb.
Because it's to be bad at arguing is to not fully understand your own position. And I think so many people, like me, myself, totally included, are like, it's not easy to understand an argument.
Yeah.
And I think the best way to argue with somebody is to steel man their case. So make like the best case for them and then go to war with their best case. Because something I see a lot in debates is they'll make the shittiest straw man of your argument and then beat your straw man. So it's like, okay, yeah, you beat the shittiest version of my argument, which doesn't mean anything. Beat the strongest version of an argument and then see which one actually wins.
Yep.
morning,
Or they
Ellen.
come up with like just the wildest hypotheticals that don't exist.
Exactly. And then they argue with those hypotheticals. Like, okay, you just beat a hypothetical that is not even happening.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like you didn't win the argument. You just beat like a stupid little thing.
Yep.
Yeah, man, and I think that's a big problem. And yeah, people argue about shit that they don't know about, and like obviously myself included. And it's tough. But then what do we have? Just like hyper educated niche people argue about these things.
Or everyone's on the same page and everyone's like, yeah, dude, I totally agree. And then there's like nothing to build from there.
Yeah, you're right.
That's
If
a boring
everybody
world to
agreed on
live in.
things. What an interesting world if everybody just agreed on everything.
Be fucking boring, dude.
Maybe it would be.
It would be a blue world, and we're all blue in the Blue
Yep.
Man Group.
Yep, exactly.
And all the kids are all blue, and the piss is blue.
Yeah. So, like, the thing about war, dude, the thing about war is, like, I feel like people almost want war. Like, we've been having war and conflicts for, shit for so long, oil, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I just think at the end of the day, like, I think a lot of people are just, like, war hungry.
It is a bit of a dick swinging competition. Like,
Yeah.
we have the best military. Our uniforms are Hugo Boss.
Exactly. We're primates with nukes. Like, our technology is so far in front of our, like, psychological understanding.
Yep.
Like, our weapons of offense are so much greater than our means of defense that we're in a crazy place. Like, we can blow up Earth with our nukes, but we can't deal with global warming. Like, our offense is just, what do they say? A good offense is a good defense? Or
best.
great defense is a good offense or whatever?
The best. Like sometimes a good defense is the best offense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need better defense on Earth. I think we have too much offense right now.
You
We're
were
too
like
offense
half
heavy.
coma, half podcasting right now. He's not even touching the mic. He's letting it rest on him. He's just like,
That's what happens when you podcast in bed.
Yeah, what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is kind of a funny video. We just two guys in bed.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, this will
See,
be a nice
This
one.
is a nice one, yeah.
There goes your reputation, fellas.
Nah, it's fine. I didn't have a
there,
big...
there goes our reputation upwards, bro.
Yeah. Hey, look at our reputation soar. There goes your reputation.
We feel like we just get a
There it
huge
goes.
gay audience.
There it goes. Look at it fly. No, look at that go.
Here goes good.
Well, hey, there's your reputation. Dude, come sail away.
Adam, join us.
No, dude.
Let's play this out.
Dude, 3.
You know when you go on an elevator and it has a weight capacity? I'm pretty sure air mattresses also have weight
Nah,
capacities.
bro, there's no weight capacity in an air mattress. Ask ChatGPT.
Have you ever exceeded the weight limit on an elevator?
If I ever what?
Exceeded the weight limit on an elevator?
I swear to God, there was a couple times on the cruise that I was on where there was too many fucking people in the elevator. For sure, we did.
They should have a safety mechanism, and I think like all of them do, where
Like an
it
alarm
won't
goes
go,
off or
the
something.
doors will just stay open. If it exceeds its weight capacity, the doors just like stay open.
Should be a built-in scale,
There should be a built-in scale.
and then it just fucking starts beeping off, like, and then like the embarrassing fat guy.
We
has to get
need
off.
a 250-pound individual to get off this elevator.
And the other
Yeah.
guy's like, oh. And then like the trumpet starts playing. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. What do you
The tuba.
Tuba.
Oh, dude, a tuba is a fat guy instrument. Like
Through and through.
Yeah, tuba is a fat guy instrument.
Well, you know Stewie from Family Guy is following the fat guy playing the tuba, and he's going, "Stop it! Leave me alone! I can't help it." And he just trips and he goes.
What's the one that has like the little arm on it that you can extend?
trombone.
Yeah, the trombone is a nice one.
That is a nice
I've
one.
never met anybody who's like a great trombone player.
I work with a great trombone player.
Really? That's awesome. I feel like the trombone would be a fun one to just practice.
The trombone?
Do you have a trombone here?
No.
No? Okay.
Where can you get one? Around here.
I don't have
You can
any
rent a
instruments here.
trombone. Would you rather be really good at the trombone or the saxophone?
Sax.
I think the sax is sexier.
The sax is so sexy. The sax is so sexy.
But then it depends on the saxophone. Alto sax,
Yeah, tenor,
tenor sax.
bass sax,
Baritone.
baritone.
Sax. Yeah.
I didn't even know there was.
Did
that
we
many
say
different
alto?
types of alto.
Yeah.
That's basically a clarinet.
Yeah.
What about the bass clarinet? That's a cool instrument.
Were you guys in band in high
Yeah.
school?
I play the clarinet.
I also played the clarinet.
Did you?
Yeah, we both played the clarinet.
I think Ella played the clarinet too. Ella, did you play the clarinet? Yeah. Yep. You guys could start a band.
we all play the clarinet.
The three clarinets.
We all play the clarinet.
No, I'm not bullshitting.
You guys all play the clarinets, and I'm like,
don't-
I'm screaming at the mic like Yoko.
I don't bullshit.
That's why I went to MSUM. I was on full scholarship for the clarinet at MSUM.
That's bullshit.
Were you?
I was on full scholarship for a clarinet.
But I never saw you do a concert once.
I kind of played.
kinda hit it.
I was kind of
kept it
solo, and I would do kind of underground clarinet stuff.
You were
But-
you were like homeless version of
He
like
did
the
backroom
soloist.
clarinetting.
I just never wanted to tell you guys that I was classically trained in the clarinet, and I was on full scholarship just because I didn't want you guys to get jealous. But yeah, I was on full scholarship
Thanks,
for the
man.
clarinet.
That would have broken me up. That would have ruined my freshman year.
Yeah, I didn't want that to
If I
happen.
knew,
That's
had
why they
any
closed off
idea
the
that you
MSUM
played
tunnels. You were just too
backroom
busy in there playing the
clarinets,
clarinet.
Yeah, my mom is.
That would have crushed my self-esteem. I'm glad you didn't tell us.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't.
Thanks,
I wouldn't.
bro. Thanks.
Okay, would you rather be able to run a marathon or like really good at the clarinet?
Marathon.
That's a good question.
I go marathon.
I'd
Thinking
go
hard
for built
about it,
endurance over
but
everything.
I would say
Yeah.
marathon because that translates into other aspects of life.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
absolutely.
You
dude.
you probably feel good most of the time.
I can run for 26 miles consistently.
Marathons are crazy, man.
It is crazy.
I'm training for a half marathon right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. It's like my legs are pretty sore right now.
Is the phenomenon runner's diarrhea a real thing?
Yeah, I mean, you're just pounding the poop lower and lower into your colon. So I would say for sure it
'Cause
is.
you're just burning whatever you ate off.
If I was running a marathon and I had bad diarrhea and I like had to shit, I would shit my pants.
Yeah, people do that. You'd be the diarrhea guy.
Yeah.
The runner's diarrhea guy. I for sure would be the diarrhea guy. Startup disk is full. Well, it didn't
It's
stop
full?
recording.
It's 10:20 too. We've been
It's because we've done 10
We've been
episodes.
recording
There's
for
10
5
episodes
hours.
worth of audio on there.
We have an hour.
Do we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we have about 5. We started at 5 a.m. It's 10 something right now. So
Yeah.
that's solid 5 hours.
a.m.
Yeah, I think let's call it. Let's call it.
Yeah?
We have an hour.
We'll end on runner's diarrhea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right, peace, guys.
Peace.
Bye.
Inside.
For clothes that Tristan lost. At Bold 3 Detergent Plus Fabric Softener.